Good evening. How is everybody doing today? Let's see. Are we up and running? I believe we are. We are streaming again. Another one for the record books, huh? Wow, what a day. Overnight, we didn't have much news, but yields were down quite a bit. So stocks were up quite a bit to start the day. Basically, yields were at lows going into the opening bell at 8:30 this morning. I'm on Central Standard Time, so at 8:30, right when the bell rang, yields popped. They went up, almost straight up. Stocks are always very sensitive to yields right now because basically that's the number one every time. It's the number one indicator for our markets and the direction they're going to go. But stocks don't follow it like to a T. So when these things popped, stocks were still bid, and they came down a little bit, but then stocks spiked right back up. Tesla just went gangbusters out of the gate. Apple was up quite a bit, and those two held up pretty much all day until disaster struck. Yields basically slowly rallied all day, which slowly weighed on stocks to the point where stocks broke. They broke through a key level on ES, which is the S&P futures, around 40.32, 40.30, that range there. Right when they broke below that, it was game on. And it was a selling clinic today. It was sell off a little bit, accumulate, let bulls think, okay, that was it. Let's go back up. Nope, right when that happened, big sell order, push you right back down to new lows. Bear flag after bear flag after bear flag today. Just an absolute clinic. And once 4100 broke, it was a flush out. I think we went down to 30, 40, 74 or so. And then, of course, some short covering, profit taking near the end of the day. And then after, with about 5 minutes to go, it looked like we're going to make a run back to 4100. And then just a big old sell order just sliced through buyers like they were nothing. It was something to watch. It was quite a fun day. Some call it a trend day. We basically trended down literally all day. I've been watching this Icahn trade that I mentioned yesterday when he put it on. He bought the ES 40/50 puts. He bought them around $21. At one point today, he was up a double. It doubled. It was up 100% in one day. He's not a day trader, so this trade is kind of interesting. It's short term. The fact that it was short term, it expires next Friday. 24 hours, double. I think he was up $75 million today. Didn't sell a single one. Not a single contract. He didn't unload a single one. More pain to come. He is the GOAT. He's worth, I think, $20 billion. I wouldn't fight that guy. I've mentioned it, I think, both the last 2 days, is that bulls are on borrowed time, and it certainly looks like we're cracking because S&P had an inside day yesterday and then broke below yesterday's low today. And in true fashion, they toyed with you today. They kept Apple bid almost all day until the end. Tesla was pushing 12 and sold it off $6 at the end of the day. Interestingly enough, chips and SaaS names, software as a service, pretty muted. They didn't join in really much on the rally early and not much on the sell-off. I've seen this done before in I used to trade soybean oil futures in the pits, and every once in a while a Bunge or a Cargill ADM, those are the big grain producers. They would come in, and I was a broker, so I would execute contracts for those big houses. And every once in a while, maybe once, twice a year, they literally, they'd want to move their future contracts from one account to a different account. But you can't just do that. It's illegal to just move shares off market to a different account. It has to be done in a free and open marketplace. And the Chicago Board of Trade was. And what they would do is they'd come in with an order. Well, there'd be two orders. It'd be a buy and a sell order. And they'd give it to you when it's kind of slow. Market wasn't moving much. So I'd I'm just making up numbers. 8 bid, sell it at 7. And it'd be utter chaos for a minute. 8 bid, sell it at 7. So if anybody sold me 1,000 contracts at 8, they'd immediately buy them back at 7, because I'm buying the 8s and I'm selling the 7s. It's a total reverse trade, and the whole idea is just, okay, now I did an open and free market. Now those contracts are moved to a different account. The reason I'm bringing this up, and everybody would bank, that's let's see, I do quick math on that. So just to just do that one trade, 1,000 contracts is $6,000. All you had to do is say sold. Cheap for them to do it, perfectly legal. The reason I'm bringing it up is there's a stock I love to trade, Service Now, NOW. The past 2 days have looked like something similar. Volume's pretty good, but it's just not moving. And I haven't seen that done before. And then it made me think about the times in the pit when Cargill or Bunge would come in and switch accounts. I wonder if that happens in stocks a lot more than we think. I don't know the answer. I'm going to do more research on it. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, this thing, I don't know. Some is off about most of these SaaS names, actually, because I know multiple, Nuveen or any bank that's got ETFs, or any fund that has a bunch of ETFs, Vanguard, all the rest. I mean, I'm sure they move positions from one account to the next, trying not to lose their position in the market. So if they're just selling from one account, buying from the other in the open marketplace where it's perfectly legal and anybody else can, jump in and pick off a few, I wonder if that's happening here. I'm going to find out, or I'm going to at least try to find out, because something ain't quite adding up. To me, some of these names should be higher, but now the momentum's gone in the S&P, so I think they're, that's obviously part of it. But normally with NASDAQ's down 3% since yesterday, these things should all be way lower. And the fact that they're not means there's strength. But I don't know. They're not trading normally, so I'm going to do a little more research. I'll keep you posted. I'm a big tinfoil hat guy, so there's got to be something out there. What a day for Bitcoin, huh? Still falling, down $1,000. I think I mentioned this a few times, as well as my target on Bitcoin's well under 5,000. Yeah, I know everybody hates me for it, because If you're not a pumper, then you're a doomer. Or I don't even know what they call me, but it's just where it's going. So you can fight me on it now, but when it gets there, I'll be the one to go, hey man, I tried to warn you. It's not my fault. But you can do whatever you want. I'm not giving you financial advice. This show will never give you financial advice. It's more of a public diary, and I've got a wealth of knowledge. I need to get it out. So yeah, Bitcoin, I think yesterday came out with rumors that the Fed's going to shut down staking coins. And if they do that, ETH is going to get completely wrecked. All the DeFi projects are going to get completely destroyed. If retail can't stake, then there's 98% of these projects they have nothing else to offer. All they offer is a stake. Like, okay, you can stake and provide liquidity, and we'll just keep giving you more whatever shitcoin this is. It's unsustainable in the first place. It's just a matter of time before it all blows up. But this might be the needle that breaks everything in crypto. A lot of people are going to get hurt, and I hate seeing that. But the warning signs are all over the place. There's multiple banks. I mentioned Silvergate and Symphony were both, I think, issued. Well, I mean, Silvergate got Silver Bank. Is it Silvergate Bank? Silvergate Capital Bank. They've already been sued by the SEC, which the fact that stock's still $15 might be a gift to the downside, because it's only a matter of time before headline hits. SEC shuts down Silvergate, as they should. It's just a big money laundering scheme. They're in bed with Binance too, which the rumors are swirling around Binance. And if Binance goes, not much left. Kraken was just sued, I think, an hour ago. Look, the writing's on the wall. If you want to fight it, go ahead. I'll be here for the ride down. Just trying to keep you guys safe. That's it. Let's just be logical. We don't have to be emotional about our Bitcoin and our safe moons and Hex and whatever else shitty names they come up with these tokens. There's a lot of stuff that's going to survive out of it. I mean, smart contracts for, basically anything that uses a contract. Smart contracts, just digitizing those and putting those into a blockchain. I mean, that kind of stuff's cool, but you don't need a token to do it. There's literally zero need for any of these coins or tokens to use the tech that they built. The token has nothing to do with it. And people say, oh, it's access for the blockchain. Okay, find a different access. Done. Once they figure that out, it's over. That part's easy. Let's just be smart about things, okay? That's all. When the world's falling apart and Bitcoin's going with it, don't tweet Bitcoin's different. Bitcoin saves the day. It's built different. See those tweets all the time. No, it's not. If it was built different, it'd be at all-time highs when everything else is hitting the fan. But it's not. And there's a reason it's not. It's because it's not different. It's the same. It's a speculative asset. And currently it's underperforming a lot of other ones. So let's just be logical and realistic about what your expectations are for Bitcoin and Ether and all the rest of the junk they built. Looks like Cloudflare missed. But the stock is up $6, 10% after hours. Snowflake's up with it. Now, stuck. Still just stuck. I don't get it. It tried to make one run, and every time it got over 472, they just bitch slapped it. It's annoying because I'm long it, so. But that's okay. Only the strong survive. What was the other one I wanted to talk about? Oh yeah, the bond auction today was the real catalyst. Yields were trekking up, and then they really took a step up about 30 minutes before noon Central Time, where the government auctions off bonds, and the auction was horrible and spiked the hell out of yields. It's not that yields move. It's not that they can't be at these levels. It's how fast they move to these levels. The move today was big, and when they're big moves in yield, it's jarring to the entire system, and everything has to kind of reset and recalibrate, and volume spikes everywhere, and then people are out of position, and if you aren't positioned right, you got to start hedging. You start hedging, then kind of just adds fuel to the fire. When this happens, when the VIX is at 18, $19, shit can get pretty heavy pretty quick. The hedging in this market is massive. If people are caught off sides, they got to rush to hedge. And you'll see a spike in VIX when that happens. They shouldn't call it the fear index. They should call it the hedge index. It's a 30-day, basically a 30-day measure of how much people are hedging for big moves. And I think we'll have a VIX event sometime soon. I think people are, if yesterday wasn't a warning shot, today certainly was, being up. I think S&P was up 50 and end of the day down 35, but was down as much as 55 points. That's not a bull market move. Bull market moves don't do that. Gap up and then just slowly fade and slaughter every bull throughout the day. That's not how it works. All right, I think I've rambled long enough. Moving forward, I think we'll see. S&P is under a key number at 4,100. It needs to get back above that like immediately, early tomorrow. And if it doesn't, I think Carl Icahn's going to be cashing in for a few $100 million in 3 days while laughing at all of us for thinking we're in a bull market. All the big boys, I think I said it yesterday, a lot of these daily charts look vulnerable, and now a lot of them look really bad. So stay small, don't be a hero, all the usual lingo. Snowflake's up, net is up, Palo Alto is up. Now, nothing. Yeah, slightly different company. I don't care. It's all the same basket. All right, I think that'll do it for me today. If you guys have any questions, let's see. I don't even have a chat box open here. There she is. 20 minutes. Yeah, I've kept you guys a long time. All right, well, all of a day. Tomorrow should be interesting. Remember, stocks don't make lows or highs on Fridays. So we'll see what develops. Okay, that'll do for me today. I'll be streaming from a different location tomorrow. But yeah, that'll do it for today. Love you all. Thanks for watching.